Hello everybody, I'm Jamie Scrafton from the Online Racing Network, and with me
is Frank Finch, and I am here for TNGTC Race Department, currently trying to set up the stream for our side of the channel.
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering why qualifying is nearly finished, we've been having quite a bit of a problem getting this going, but it looks like it is now. This is the longest it's gone. So, Frank, I think actually it's working now. Of course, the top 5 finishers from the feature race unable to qualify. So that leaves it a quite nice even split. We've got 5 that are allowed to qualify and 5 that cannot. Looking at the lap times though, our top 5 that are qualifying right now may have a few issues, but it's going to be, I think it's going to be slightly horrible to actually watch these guys, the faster guys in the back, try and move forward in these conditions. I don't see how it's going to be safe, let's put it that way.
It's going to be carnage. It's going to be absolute carnage, especially
I'm quite
on
concerned. Like my heart's already, I mean, I might have a heart attack, Frank, so have the ambulance service on speed dial.
It's especially on this track with such a long straight at the start and that tight hairpin going downwards in the rain, with the fast guys in the back and the slower guys in the front. Even in dry conditions, it's carnage, let alone with these conditions. Meanwhile, for those that are watching the TNGTC YouTube channel, welcome back. We had some difficulties getting the live stream started, but we are back. Although I am getting some messages that the quality isn't good enough for live streaming. I hope that will be, I think that is being fixed right now. We think it is a YouTube problem, so well, excuses for that, but we are live. So it's almost the end of the qualifying session. For those who missed it, the top 5 of the feature race wasn't allowed to take part in the qualifying session. There's one thing that changed, and that was that Ben Milden man 27, we disconnected almost at the end of the race, and he was given the 4th place he was in.
Points wise, he was assigned that position, was he?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I bet that's a load off his mind.
Exactly. So he was in 4th, and then Jamie finished 5th. So you can see that the bottom 5 here, those are the top 5 finishers and weren't allowed to qualify. So we have Papano 92, and he is on pole. He is one of the newer drivers. This is his 2nd or 3rd race, and he was
and with seconds to go, Seeks
snatches.
He's happy about that. Look at those lights flicker.
Yes.
Oh, oh no, and he's dead.
Totaling his car at the end of the qualifying session. That doesn't matter. He has pole. So that is pole for Seeks in the Ferrari, followed by Pano 92, who is only 2/10 behind.
Unless you can pull off something here. Nope, not going to be enough.
And
3rd place. Ferrari's doing a lot better then.
So Edu has 3rd place, Paul Scott has 4th, and then Knight 4001, Jeremy in 5th place. And that is the official qualifying session for the sprint race.
So my big question to you, Frank, is we know that Gaz is extremely fast. He made that known in the feature race. How patient is he going to be getting through these guys?
I don't think he needs to be very patient. He is very fast. He is. We've seen that he is a very good defensive driver, but he knows how to overtake. So I think he will just get his car between or in front of the others within a few laps.
Yeah, I agree.
And with a couple of new guys on track, there might be some spins from a couple of guys at the start. So I think he will be somewhere in the top 3 within a couple of laps.
Yeah, I mean, the longer he waits, or I mean, he doesn't necessarily have to wait, but like the more cautious he is at moving through this field, I think that might be actually more of a hindrance to him. If he's stuck behind these perhaps less experienced drivers in these conditions, then if one of them goes off right in front of him and he gets collected up and gets a load of damage. So I think he does have to try and, for his sake, move through this field as fast as possible.
Absolutely, yeah, and of course the guys that are surrounding him. If we look at Benji, who was very close, and Ben, who is also pretty fast, Liam, who is also very fast, and it is tricky to stay behind one of the slower guys.
Especially if the other faster guys have gone past them, because you're sitting there stuck behind this perhaps slower vehicle and you're going, I'm losing time the longer I stay behind this person. How do I get around?
Yeah. So we'll see, but well, my guess is that it will be one big carnage at turn 1. So I think that the ones that get out with no damage of that turn will have a good and decent chance to a podium finish. And there it is. The top 5 of the feature race in the back.
Ooh,
the only one
sneezed.
missing now is Adam.
Yeah, Adam did not turn, it looks like, sadly.
No, he had a disconnect halfway through the feature race, and we haven't seen him back since, sadly.
Field of 10.
Yes, so all racers are already in the points if they finish. And the lights are on.
Green flag.
And we are going. That's a pretty good start by Seeks in the Ferrari.
Oh!
Oh, and there we go already. And that was
Edu and Paul.
Yes.
Oh no!
Let's see. Oh, we have some more.
Papano
Yes.
Papano and Ben involved. I wasn't expecting the carnage to happen like that quickly.
Oh, it's Just like I said, turn one carnage. Didn't expect that at the starting line. But yes, we have Edie
Oh.
and that's Paul Scott who's spun.
Oh, he's gone. The Ferrari's gone. I'm not sure who that was. Edu again.
Yes. So that's
not to jinx him, but Benji in the carnage managed to get in front of Gaz, which is exactly what we have not seen yet. So we'll have to see how he does in front of Gaz.
And Jamie is looking.
Not sure if Gaz got any damage. That wreck at the start of the race happened right in front of him. Not sure if, you know, a car came up in front of him during that whole thing, or. But hopefully he's okay.
Much damage from here.
It's hard to tell without the mist of the rain. The pattern on his car doesn't help either.
No, that's for sure. But I don't think he has any damage or any significant damage. And it looks like Benji is going to try to overtake Knight. Jeremy is right in front of him. And here he goes again with that going wider through that final turn. Gives him a better exit.
Yeah, Benji's hauling right now.
He's going for the outside. Oh, he's going for the inside.
Changing his mind, he's adapting.
That's a tricky one.
Man, this guy's been very fun to watch. Flawless.
Ooh, that was almost contact.
I mean, my analysis really from the feature race of Benji was, you know, I couldn't fault him really in any way. The only reason he didn't win was because Gaz was slightly faster. And I think obviously, I'm not sure, of course, because we don't know what goes on in the pits, but I don't know if Benji made his car worse or Gaz made his car better, but, you know, no faults to these two so far.
Looking at the lap times, I think it was the tire pressures from Benji's car that made it harder to drive.
Oh, and as I say that, I think I jinxed him. Spectator's curse. Hopefully he doesn't watch this back.
If you are Benji, turn it off about half a minute ago.
Let's hope he watches it on mute.
And now he's back behind Gaz. Oh, and he goes for the inside. And he's done it.
Here we go.
Yeah, side by side.
Not seen this before.
And now he has the inside. And Jeremy is blocking the way in his red Ferrari.
Yeah, he's going to use this car as a pick. Well, that puts Benji on the inside. His car hasn't been the greatest down there.
Oh, that's good, but now he's on the outside.
Look at these two side by side still. No one's given an inch. Looks like Gaz is going to clear him. And look at Jamie coming up into the mix.
That was a good move by Benji. Look at that.
Four cars to settle this battle for third place right now. And I don't think this is far from over this.
Oh, it's sure far from over, yeah. And it's a bit of a night train. So,
looks like Paul has gone into the pits.
Yeah.
I think it's quite,
probably.
yeah, definitely.
So Jeremy is holding up the other drivers, but he is making it very interesting. You can see it's so hard to overtake at this track. There they go. On the outside, there's no space.
Here comes Benji to take advantage.
It's on the outside, and he is
slides. Jamie was going to go for it as well, but oh, he's gone on the gravel. That's going to cost him a bit.
And there he's off. Look at that.
Benji's top priority now gets around this Ferrari.
Gas wants to go on the inside. He's too far off.
That BMW really struggles to take that inside line through the hairpin. It's just,
yeah.
I think that when you go down the hit, because it's slightly, you go down into the ground a little bit, and I think just the weight shifts too much to sort of sink in properly in that corner.
Yeah, especially with the engine in the front.
Yeah. Is Benji going for a pass? Oh, he looked like he was going to the inside, but
he is,
unable.
Yeah, he is definitely looking. He might try it on the inside for the next turn. On the
looking
outside
again.
through the...
He throws a block. Here comes Benji. Not going to make it stick that time.
He has to be really careful. Great defending by Knight though. And on the outside through the chicanes.
No contact.
He is through. No, he's not.
I think there may have been a bit of. I think there may have been a bump slightly there. That looked like that was too small a gap for them both to rush into like they did.
Yeah, I think so. Look at that.
But you got Jamie looking on the outside of Gaz there.
Whoa! Oh, and this Paul spun. Jamie spins almost.
Good recovery by Jamie, not going to lose much time there. Obviously, I had to check up for that.
Yeah,
and Benji's around.
Is,
this is not what Gaz wants to see at all.
No.
He still has to contend with that Ferrari as Benji drives away. It's exactly what I was talking about during the end of qualifying there. Benji obviously is quicker than that Ferrari. Now has gotten around. Well, I say that actually, the Ferrari looks to be fighting back quite well.
Yeah, but I think that he is extending the gap. And Gas still has to pass the Ferrari, so this is, you can see the difference between the speed of the Ferrari and the Audi. Benji's just pulling away there. And Gas is still stuck behind the red and white Ferrari. And when will Gas make a move? Oh,
Ferrari slow.
Opportunity. Jeremy went just a bit through the gravel there.
Looked like Ferrari
And
went to
Jamie
block.
is right behind him.
Oh, they make
there's some
contact. And the Ferraris are
Jeremy's
off.
So there he lost 3 places in a single lap. And now Jamie is on the hunt.
Yeah, he's looking.
Wow,
He's almost giving him a push. Guy's trying to block, but I think he's on the outside now.
Yeah, he's...
Hard on the brakes.
Well, that's the advantage now, that Lamborghini isn't that well on the brakes. It's just, I don't know, it's a fast car, it's a stable car, it's just not that good on the brakes. So I think that the BMW
Gas is going to be able to outbrake him every time.
They're pretty equal on the brakes. So I think the BMW has just a bigger advantage.
Why don't we check in with our race leader, Frank?
Yes. Here we
Amazing
are
start.
with Six. And Six has a 3-second lead on Liam. So that's fantastic, and he is almost doing the same times as Benji is doing, who is in 3rd place. He is 7 seconds behind. So
That green flag start for Six, you know, it was pretty much flawless. The green light dropped and he went, no tire spin, no nothing.
Yeah, he had a great start. And he is extending that lead. He's doing extremely well in that Ferrari.
There's Liam off in the distance. He has a 4-second advantage over Benji right now.
And it looks like Liam has a problem. If you look at those times.
Yeah, Benji's coming awfully quick. I'm not sure what happened there.
And meanwhile, Gaz... Oh, Jeremy must have spun because he is now in 6th. Gaz is now in 4th. But in the last lap, Benji was slightly faster.
Yeah, I think we could have seen probably quite a good battle to the end between Benji and Gaz, but the red Ferrari, I think you said his name was Jeremy, I think. Because Benji was able to get around Jeremy successfully, Gaz wasn't, and I think that is the difference between how these two are going to finish.
Yeah, I think that with just over 3 laps to go, and Edu just disconnected with just over 3 laps to go. Let's see, here's Benji. He has a lead of 2 seconds over Gaz, so he won't make any mistakes now. That will be a podium for Benji.
No wins, but 2 podiums. It's a good night.
That's a good amount of points. Yep, and that shows again his consistency as a driver.
And I believe Benji actually started second last in this field for the sprint race.
Last even.
Oh, last.
He's the host. the back of the field with Ben. There's quite the gap to the other, so he must have been involved in one of the crashes.
He got clipped coming off turn 1, if I remember correctly. And that first lap shenanigans, he was in the grass for a little bit.
Right.
Not the sprint race. I mean, we thought that Ben was going to have much better luck the second time round, but unfortunately that doesn't look like it was the case.
And here we have a battle for 6th place, Mike and Papano, but in front we have a battle for 2nd on our hands.
Something's definitely wrong with Liam's car.
Yeah, he lost a lot of time. But on the other hand, Benji is very fast because the gap between Liam and Seeks was about 2 seconds. Look at that. And Benji was about 7 seconds away from Seeks, and he has got that down to only 2.5 seconds now.
If you just listen when Liam comes by here on the camera, you can hear he's not accelerating to full. Off the corners. So he's having to take it easy. I don't know if he's slid the tyres.
Yeah,
torn them up.
Hear the full revs going.
Yeah, he's not pushing it. So my guess is his tyres are a little bit worse for wear right now.
Yeah, that
And there goes the pass for 2nd.
So now Benji in 2nd place, all the way from the back. And that shows his incredible speed at this track in these conditions.
You said he enjoyed the rain. And
yeah.
I think I believe you.
Yeah, well, it's always like this. So, if it's up to Benji, every race would be a wet race. And now we have Gaz coming up to his teammate. And with a lap and a half to go, what is Liam going to do? Is he trying to hold that position, or is he going to give it to his teammate?
If Gaz had time to run down Benji, I would probably say let him go, but you know, coming towards the last lap here, you know, I feel like teammates, this has always been my perspective, teammates go out the window at that point. It's another competitor once the final white flag comes out.
Yeah, I don't know, because Gaz is he is currently leading the championship. I don't know.
I mean, obviously you'd like him to.
Like...
Gaz would obviously want him to, and I imagine Liam would want him to do it in the same position, but at the end of the day, you're racing for you.
That's absolutely true, and it doesn't look like he's letting him pass.
As I said, I think if there was time for Gaz to pass Liam and go after Benji and take 2nd, then I imagine he'd let him pass, but he doesn't obviously think Gaz can, so he thinks, I want to hang on for a podium here.
Yeah.
You can fight me for it.
And where is Seeks? Down there, still leading the race. Benji is a 1.5 seconds away. These two are still battling it out. Williamson in front. The gap is still good enough. Goes Seeks. Doing very well here in the Ferrari, in the rain.
This is the last thing I was expecting to see, was a Ferrari win a race tonight.
Yes,
after
exactly.
what you were saying in the original qualifying session and what we saw in the feature. But that's all he needed. He needed some fresh air out front and a great start, and he got both of those.
And a good fight down at the middle of the grid, which gave him just a big enough lead. And there he goes, first place for Seeks. Very
Not
well
enough
done
time for
run.
Benji, but what a drive from last to second. Oh, it's going to be a drag race. Oh!
That was the photo finish, but Liam finished third, just ahead of his teammate Gaz.
Was that a show of displeasure, or was that a friendly kiss?
That's just end of the race shenanigans. Knight finishes 5th. Papano is 6th. Ben is on his way to the finish line.
Able to pick up another place since we last saw him. So at least Ben was moving forward there, despite a not so great start to his race here.
Yeah. So, and 7th place for Ben. Jamie coming through the chicanes.
Definitely not the race I was expecting out of him.
Yeah, he is such a fast driver, but
just unable to finish the deal.
Yeah, and he's very unlucky. There he is, across the finish line in 8th. And Paul Scott, who spun out a couple of times, had to come into the pits for repairs, finishes 9th, but still in the points. So,
very good stuff. That was crazy.
Was an exciting race.
That was crazy.
That start was insane. So
I'm still don't even know what happened really.
No, it looked like one of the guys just spun coming off the starting line
and collected someone, and then
yes, and then some more carnage in turn 1.
But I was quite pleased. It seemed quite calm and collected after that. We saw some good, clean battling, especially between Benji, Gaz, Jeremy, and Jamie. That was really exciting.
Yes, that was very cool. And the one who profited the most of that battle is Seeks, who took the victory. And once again, congratulations to Seeks in his Ferrari in the wet.
Very much so. That's like a double win, considering how those things were handling.
Especially during these conditions. So that was it for the sprint race, and this was a double live stream on the TNGTC channel and by my co-commentator Jamie on the online racing network.
Yeah, well, I just want to thank Thursday Night GT Championship for having us on board. It was really good to work with you, Frank, and can't wait till next week.
Yeah, it was good having you in the commentary booth, and let's do this again next week. So tune in next week for another race, or actually 2 races, and I'll have to get the calendar to see.
Ooh, big reveal of where we're going.
Yes.
Exciting stuff. Hopefully not so rainy.
Next week we'll be at Brno.
In the blizzard.
Hope to see you again in the blizzard. Yes. Hope to see you next week in Brno, and thank you for watching.
Thank you very much, guys. Goodbye.